What's up, world? Welcome to a new episode of the Brandon Janeau Show. As you already know, I am Brandon Janeau. Shout out to my family at Urban Boulevard. .us is the website. I hope you guys go and purchase something. If you do, use the code Brandon.30. That's Brandon.30. Brandon.30 for 30% off your purchase. I know school is around the corner. I know school is here. So for teachers or staff or kids, go and get some from there. And I hope you guys enjoy that. And let's get into it. Sorry about that. Let's get into it. So, so the way I'm gonna do this is that I'm gonna record uh tonight, episode 42. Well, it depends on what happens after I get off this one. But the plan for me is I want to record this episode and the next episode, and these will be my two last real personal episodes of season five, because I'm ending season five after tonight. Well, after tomorrow episode, and um and I want to record these episodes because so much is on my mind, and I don't want to put that towards what one big recording tomorrow that I just want to do to close it out, and I just want to get this out the way and get into the next episode. Um, so this is episode 42 of season five. Season five is almost over, and it's been so much shit going on just today that I had a name for this episode. It was called "Hear Me Out." I wrote it down, which is rare. I wrote it actually down, and uh, and then I changed it before I started recording, like maybe a couple minutes ago, maybe 30 minutes ago, depends. To another name, which was supposed to be Boy versus Man, and I decided not to name it that at all. So I don't know what I'm gonna name this episode, but I just want to talk, and I just want to. These next two episodes are just gonna be talks. This episode, of course, like I said, this is the deeply personal episodes. This is solo. This is what I just talk. This whole season, which is gonna be the next episode, and that's the last episode of the season. This whole season has been a journey, and I'll talk about that more going into the next episode. The reason why I did name this season deep deep dive seasons, because I said at the first episode I did for this season that um I wanted to make sure, this is what I felt. I wanted uh to make sure that I was ready for what's to come next in this podcast world. But not just in my podcast world, but for my personal life. And I feel like these two things always clash. Or they have the same particular timing in my life. And I explain. Like I said, today's been eh, crazy as to say the least. And a couple episodes ago, I said there's this has been a kind of a clash for me the last couple weeks, months, about particularly still being open to do shit with people. One episode I said, I could admire you from afar, I could support you, but I don't think we're ever gonna be. I can't put certain people back into my circle. Now you might still have me in your circle, but I don't put particularly. You can tell when I don't hit you up to do shit no more. I mean, you should be able to know that, like, I used to hit people up all the time. Hey man, I'm doing something tonight. Can you? I don't do that anymore. because I've already found who I put in the moment. I put it in a DM. We have a group chat. Like if I put it in a DM, I'm pretty sure they're gonna hit me back and be like, "Yep, let's do it. Let's go." Or nah, man, I can't do nothing tonight. And here's the thing, I understand that, but there's certain people that I can't do that with because, like I said, certain people just don't know how. When I said this on the episode, and I meant it, and I still do. There's certain people that don't know how to just not be the leader, or and it's not just being a leader. It's not being a leader. It's to enjoy the energy that everybody's giving off. It's like, and that's the thing. All everybody I've put in my, I've done stuff with. Like when I do the top 10 list at a panel, it's Tuesday. So if we do something tonight, if we do something tonight, they leave that in my hands. They give me the authority to do it. And it's not because like it's not because just it's Brandon's new show. It's because they believe in me and they believe that I won't give them some bullshit just to do. Like it's like if I hit you up and I said I got something in mind, then it must mean okay, you got something in mind. Let's see what this is gonna be because the energy is crazy every time we do something, and that's the beauty of it. But in that episode, I particularly said that I said I, I can't go backwards, and I feel like today has been that. It feels like, and not just in this is where I get to my personal life too, not just in a podcast world because certain people hit me up and they want to do stuff with me, and I'm like, I don't think I can. You know, respect you, love you, got a lot of respect and love for you, and it's just and there's so many people that want to still kind of connect and do shit with me, but it's just like I was talking to my mom, and I'm like, after a couple of months, if I haven't hit you up to do shit with me, there's no reason for me to hit you up again. Like we've what maybe one day we could get back and open that book up, but for right now, it's like the shit's closed, and I want to keep it closed because I'm not going backwards to work with people that I've already worked with, and I know our energy already. I know how it works. I know how we tool shit. I know how we push things. So like I said, some people can't take the back seat. Some people cannot be just in a passenger side and just not do nothing. And my thing with me is that I will let you talk. I'm not like some fucking overbearing person. Like, yo, no, say that. No. Like that's the beauty of the shows that I do with people, is that I want you to talk. I want you to actually have something to say. I actually want you to actually get your opinions in because at the end of the day, it's the Brand New Show, but it's the family. That's why I always put it's the family in the title because that's what the fuck it is, because everybody I've worked with are hosts. They're podcast hosts. They know how to do this shit too. And it would be wrong for me to just think that you're coming on my shit and you won't have nothing to say. Or you are of your opinion can't be said without a negative context. Because I feel like that's the thing about everything. Sometimes everybody right now we live in such a I've said it so many times on episodes. I've done it on my podcast, my brother always say. I even said it in my with my brother Juan on our show on Jack's Wild where sports comes up and when we do sports where we gotta stop putting negative shit into everything. Not everything deserves to be overly talked about and beat like a horse. Like it's just like I don't care anymore. Which brings me to my personal. So my mom calls me today and she's crying pretty much. And my thing with this is like I already know what it is. Like as soon as she started it up, I'm like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. The reason why is because, and this is what it is always, is always business. Okay, I got this is Brian Jr. Show, so I'm gonna tell y'all some truths. my brother and sister always have this idea in their heads that my mom does more for my step siblings, pretty much my stepdad's kids. This shit has been this way since we were kids. That's just the way they have always been. Ah, she don't do that. She'd never do that for me. Eh. I've grown up around it. I'm used to it. So it doesn't bother me anymore. Because to me, it's fucking shit that nobody can physically go back and fucking change. That is literally the antithesis. That's literally the definition of fucking hitting your head against a wall and think you about to get a new result. No, bitch, you're hitting your head against the wall. It's just you're bleeding now. Like you concussed, you passed concussion protocol. You're not even like concussed anymore, motherfucker. You got a brain hemorrhage. Like let it go. It's not going to stop anything. And that's the thing. I'm not. I've never when I was a kid. I never cared that much, and I still don't. And now that I'm a grown ass man, I really don't give a fuck. Cause it's like, bro, I can't go back. I can't go back into that childhood shit again. Like when I was there, I had to deal with it because I couldn't go nowhere. Now I walk the fuck out the room and don't even give a fuck. I leave. I don't care. I won't deal with this shit. And that's what I'm saying. Like even that, and I had to tell my mom, I'm like, listen, they've been feeling that way since they were kids. You can't change that shit. Nobody can. Only they can. Only they know what the fuck they want for you to change it. But here's the thing. Even if you get that, give that to them, it's never going back because that has already happened. It's already happened. It's happened. Let it go. I know I talk about the past a lot because this is me, but I feel like that's the one thing about me that I learned is one of the reasons why I became so fucking selfish. And I've learned how to become more selfish as I've gotten older. And why I am alone with because all the shit that I used to have to deal with and I couldn't walk the fuck out the room, I do it now. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't care that much. Especially if it's 20 fucking years of the same shit. I could care less. If you ain't do nothing then, you ain't doing nothing now. Let's move on. And that's how I feel. And this is where, excuse me, this is where I've been in the last couple of weeks. I've been in this state of I can never go back because it already happened. You see, and this is why I said it's ironic that always the what happens in the podcast where always kicks into my reality and it always clashes at some point because it's the same shit. It's like it always comes like it always like I can never go back. Nobody could go back to what it used to be. But excuse me, the reason why I particularly shout out the people I shout out always is because we're not going back. We're moving forward. See, that's the difference. A lot of people want to continue to bring up old shit every day and redo shit over and over again. It's like, bro, I'm moving past what the fuck that was. I don't care anymore about that shit. Once I done it and it's over and it's finished and I know it is, I'm done. I don't want to beat the dead horse anymore. It's fucking over. Move the fuck on. And that's the reason why. I'm starting to realize, like, as I'm starting to do new shit and create new things for my shows in this podcast world, people want to jump on and do it and have me come on and do shit with them. And it's like, I will never do nothing again with this because it's just like, I don't want to ever go back to the feeling of like, I got to regroom that situation again. Like I said, I could admire everybody from afar. Certain people, I will always love them and show love to them regardless. But my thing has always been like, you don't show love to me, so why the fuck should I show love to you? The only time you hit me up is when you see something going on and you want to be a part of it. Nobody supports nobody, and that's the crazy part. Me, on the other hand, if I see something, because I don't get posts till like 2 days later of some shit. But yesterday, like I've been saying, this goes back to another episode I did. I need to give people back their flowers, and that's what I did yesterday. I always used to shout people out on social media, especially on Instagram. Shout out to my family, and I put them in and tell like, love y'all, show y'all love to you, all that, because that's what I used to do. And I feel like my biggest concern has been, if I don't show certain people love, will they get mad at me or will they come at me? And it's like, I can't give a fuck if they do or don't, because at the end of the day, I'm not moving with them anymore. I've been removed myself for certain situations. And it's the same thing in life, in my family life. Like, I've removed myself for certain situations because guess what? I never was the main topic when that shit popped off. I never cared. It was never about me. And the same thing in the podcast world. Unlike that, it is about me because it's a representation of who I am as a person. So who I put on my shit, it matters to me because I don't want to put people on here that I don't believe we got that same chemistry anymore. It's been dead for years, months. I don't want to ever do that again. I don't want to go back. I don't want to work with people that I don't see the point of working with them anymore. And it's not that I don't see the. Let me. Okay, how can I say this? It's not that I don't see the point of working with them anymore. I don't see the point of working with them right now in this space of it. I don't see the point of it. I don't see the point of it. It's because it's just like, if I was to do that, to me right now it would stunt my growth. I want to move with people I know that want to move with me, and not move with me when they deem it's time to move with me. It's like I don't go backwards in those situations because those situations will fuck me up in the end. There's a couple things in life that we always remember and we always toy with and we always say, but what if? I don't. I think if I was to, then your life didn't pass you by. Because if you do a bunch of what ifs, then that's what has been my biggest problem when I was young, was a bunch of what ifs. What if? What if? What if? What if? I got to the point where I was like, man, fuck them what ifs. Let's do it. I ain't got time for that shit. I don't have time to be sitting here and wondering what if. Like I said, man, this boat has been this what I've done for season 5 has been moving with or without people. Even my own family in this podcast, right? It moves with or without them because I have to. And this is what I've been mentally getting myself to understand about why I particularly named this season Deep Dive Season, in which I'm going to talk about a lot more after this. Is because I named it this because I don't want to feel like I need a life raft. I want to know how to swim on my own. I want to swim. I want to learn if it's time to sink or swim. I literally said that in the first episode. Go back and listen to it. Is it time to sink or fucking swim? What is this? What is this to me? What do I do now with this podcast? Because it doesn't have any indication of what the fuck it does have. And I think that's the thing about me because, like I said in the episode a couple episodes ago, I'm creatively always moving and thinking and always processing and always thinking about new ways I could challenge myself. I could care less. Well, I can't say that. I care. If you listen and you do listen frequently, thank you. I appreciate that. If you watch on YouTube, thank you. I appreciate it. If you subscribe on YouTube, thank you. I appreciate that. It's crazy that that's life right now for me. It's like, just like I said in the podcast, it's in reality too, where it's like it's sink or fucking swim time. Hmm. It's sink or fucking. I just literally came up. I just thought of something that I'm gonna have to talk to my therapist about. But I think, for more than anything else, for what I've accomplished in such a what I hate saying accomplished, what I've done in 3 years, which September will be 3 years, September 19th. But I've done it 3 years. It's crazy. I'm literally going into season 6 of my podcast. I did for this. I will be depending on what we do. If we do something tonight, it will be. I will be in this season on 44 or 45 episodes. For the last couple of months, the last couple of seasons, I've done 40, 40, 40, like no, not 40, 50, like 50 and 40 episodes. So it'd be 44, 45. So it'd be in the middle. So literally for the last couple of seasons, I've been doing these many episodes. It's crazy. And like I said, man, and it's no. And here's the thing: I don't want if when you hear this, I think people would take. And look, we live in a world right now where everybody takes shit as disses, but it's not a diss. It's just me being really honest and being truthfully to my like. It's me being honest. Like there's certain people I can't work with no more. It's not that I don't want to work with you ever. It's just that the right now state of me is like, no, it doesn't make any sense. Because going backwards is not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking to go backwards and do shit with people that I haven't done shit with in like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. I haven't done shit with you in a while. And it doesn't make any sense to now redo something when it's like the time has kind of passed to do something. It doesn't make any sense to go back and do something 6 months that we should have did 6 months ago. It, like, and that's the thing. I don't want to team up with people that I don't think. Like I said, it just doesn't make any sense nowadays in life. Like where I'm at now is just like nothing. How can I say this? Where I'm at right now is that I don't want to. I don't want to. Like I said, people get pissed off regardless, so it doesn't even. It is what it is. But I don't want you to think that like I'm egotistical, or I'm self-centered, or I'm an asshole. It's just the fact of the matter is, I kind of am all those things. I am all those things. I'm not gonna say a lie. The fact of the matter is, it's just right now. Timing could never be right. This timing for me is I want to do this my way, and that's it. I don't want to. If you're not coming in with positive energy, and I feel like you coming in to try to like muscle in to see how I create certain shit, it's like nah, I'm good. I don't think it's a good time to do it with anybody because you're not moving with me. You're trying to move me backwards, and it's like I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Right now in life and in podcast world, it's just time to just be solo. It's solo time. It's time. And I'll talk about that more on the next episode. Peace.